What's up with y'all? Happy Wellness Wednesday. It's King Rip. You feel me? Hey, I think y'all. You feel me? Like, I think y'all. Y'all done seen it at Homeboy's Industry. Y'all done seen it literally everywhere, right? So trip out on this, right? Because they reading them line scripts, right? Forget them tantrums. Those are line scripts of people who died already. And they know it, and they kept admitting it. And today, they said it. They had them diseases, huh? They had the heebie-jeebies, huh? And those of y'all that don't know what the heebie-jeebies and willy lump lump is, that's what they talk about they was trying to pass. AIDS and herpes. You feel me? So these groups of clan members, you feel me, that was supposedly American, they was born here and all this other stuff that betrayed us, that was stalkers, the council culture, right? Y'all seen every stage they had to show for y'all right out in the open. Now, trip out on this. They went from the stage where you met them, y'all was in the cars, all that was that stage. Then there was another stage where you didn't have that vehicle. They showed that too. Talking identical, looking identical. They showed that one. That stage was both of y'all was on bikes, or one was on a bike, mainly him. Then they showed the scooter one. Then they showed walking. Step down, right? The stuff that I ended, right? Amongst a lot of stuff, that was their process. So when y'all found out that they, you know what I mean, and then it was around the time that they was gonna start wearing them purples, y'all knew what it was, and y'all knew y'all millions was locked in. Y'all didn't ask for that to be in the workplace. Y'all didn't ask for that to be in y'all housing. Y'all didn't ask for that to be in society. Claiming they work for officers. Now, how can somebody pushing a buggy that they whole life in there say they got a job? He has a job working for an officer. He can't even get his body clean. And he says he has a job, right? Now, y'all got the ones at Homeboy's Industry because y'all know everybody seen that yesterday. All the dudes was out there, bam. And you know God's children is over there too. But them dudes, they wasn't that at all. And they kept admitting it. They were predators. They were this. They were that. What did I tell y'all with the gang stalking protesters? Because we finna use that in court now. And I didn't want nobody in there but all females. This was for that reason. And all their children, mainly females. This was for that reason. And what did y'all say? They had tattoos on their head, neck, face, all this stuff, right? And the whole time, and y'all knew that because they was acting weird, but the whole time they were watching them kids. Now y'all got them red-handed right on camera admitting it. They don't have to be around the kids. They don't have to, but the confessions. The confessions. And it's funny when they admit, like, damn, we don't know him, but we want his teeth to move. Like, nigga, get that. What, you want to kiss? Like, get out of here. Like, that's stupid. Like, they were desperate, but they kept showing they were trying to frame somebody, which is obstruction of justice. That's all money. We know what teeth, we know what all that is. That's a triple X thing between me and y'all. You feel me? Like, and y'all can pretty much think when I'm with y'all for hours. You feel me? Because I don't do nothing less. You feel me? And I gotta go report with y'all with that. That's our business, right? So I have a way of cooling y'all down. So now that that's out there, because we're gonna use that against them. Ain't no man should be talking like that. Do you get what I'm saying? So it is what it is. So now we got the thing where they're confessing. They're confessing. And this is the key point. They only shut up when we got to this station, left Chinatown, went to back to Union, and then went all the way back to 7th and Hope, passing all through there, and every stop you seen either an officer or an officer in the metro staff, male staff, and then you seen a gang of other individuals, not a gang of them, but a few escape looking type of individuals, dried out, you feel me? And then they're sitting back playing Simon Says. You sit over here, you sit over here, you get his attention, and then you sit over there. And I'm like, man, and I had to rub it in their face. So they like, nigga, I'm an alpha male. You cannot get my attention, especially that type of attention. I don't have those type of relationship issues. So while they're playing all of this weird stuff, everybody else is looking at it like, we suing them. They just giving us all the evidence right here. And the whole time they're playing this weird stuff, they're showing segregation, how they really felt against females. But this is why in the Bible it says, what I'm doing right now with y'all too, this is what it says. Ezekiel chapter 23, verse 48 and 49. so that you know, like, right? The Lord is giving y'all warning, a heads up. Like, this is what they did with females. This is the breakdown of that. And then to return their sin on them. Basically, they're being addressed. They're being sued. And our lawsuits, it lines up with how they're finna review all those cases that they so openly expressed how they were getting people locked up for those officers, right? Mind you, again, that was Metro Division. Supposedly a lot of those who didn't have dirt on them from Rampart, because a couple of those officers mentioned it. And then they came right back, you know what I mean? And yeah, that's a wrap. That's a wrap. You feel me? Like, it is what it is. So to have some walking nasty sit back and you're utilizing this nastiness against our country, and then you're gonna front like some lung weirdness is this out there? Like, nah. Whatever's trapped in their lungs is trapped. That's a toilet bowl they got to deal with. You feel me? They shouldn't have filled it up, right? So all this other stuff that y'all doing, y'all getting paid. A lot of places, them programs, they got to realize when they went in certain places and they warned them, like, this is all federal. They're being told to throw their life away. And then they read all the rules. They would even read the rules. Like, come on. So line it up with that. Line it up when y'all warned them. And they didn't want to listen because they already knew. And I'm telling y'all, I was in there. I witnessed it. I was in there when they told them, this ain't going to last long. There's going to be a horrible ending because this is treason. It's not going to last long. And they still happy-go-lucky, right? They ain't happy now, is it? There is no law. I couldn't find any law, any rule book, anything. I've been to plenty of workplaces. I've been to plenty of resources, and I couldn't find nothing that supports their whole lifestyle. Nothing. And you know I'm good with that legal stuff. You feel me? So yeah, we got paid today. You feel me? But they gonna do their thing tomorrow as far as like I gotta watch this thing tomorrow with you know what I mean, with little pizza thing and then some donuts. Like, nigga, I'm not eating that. I never ate with them. You feel me? I never ate with them. Like, I'll make my own stuff, or I'll fast. I don't mind, whatever it is. But I'm not celebrating with them. We got Psalms 1 and Psalms 2. Like, I never did that. I wouldn't eat with nobody like that. You can't tell me what you're trying to do against me, and then you think we finna sit back and kumbaya together. Like, nigga, you going to hell. You feel me? Like, and they know it. You feel me? So, nah. When somebody can openly express that they don't care for their family or life or freedom, like, you can't take them serious. You cannot take them serious. All you can do is do what we're doing now. That's it. That's all. You know what I mean? So, nah. Happy Wellness Wednesday, and y'all sign up. Ladies that see me today.